Welcome to the Kentucky Proud Kitchen, brought to you by Kentucky Proud. Now, here's Chef Brigitte Nguyen.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Kentucky Proud Kitchen. Today I'm so excited to be joined by one of my friends, Nancy Ward, founder of Ward's Specialty Sauces, to bring and show off some of your wares. I'm so excited to have you, Nancy.
Well, thanks, it's my pleasure to be here, Brigitte.
Thanks for being here. It made actually this week's menu so easy. So we are airing right before Bastille Day, and for some reason in my head I always remember it. It's my grandparents' anniversary. It's when they met, and they met at a Bastille Day parade. So I'm going to use some of your items today to create a French menu.
Great, wonderful.
But before we do any of that, let's talk about what you've brought and a little bit about your business.
Okay, well, I wanted to reinforce my new brand.
Yes.
I was formerly Kentucky Specialty Sauces, but now I am rebranded into Ward's Kentucky Specialties. I tried to improve my packaging in terms of trying to be more Kentucky modern, maintaining Kentucky centricity, though. I'm very much a Kentucky girl. And also to still keep the horse-centric theme. I have jockey silk icons on the labels, hoping to preserve that. So
it's beautiful packaging. I can tell you worked really hard on the branding and the marketing. And people know your product, so if you can't find what you've typically known as Kentucky Specialty Sauces,
yes,
just be on the lookout for the exact same product, just with a different label.
And Ward's Kentucky Specialty, yes. And thank you for letting me help get that word out.
Oh, no problem.
But these are quite versatile products. I go from soup to nuts.
I love it.
So I wanted to have a complete product line. So I'm hoping these offerings will provide the foundation for that and let me add on to as I imagine other products.
So continually growing, but where did it all start? Because it started with one thing.
Yes, it did. It started with, I call it the mother sauce. This is the bluegrass steaks and everything sauce. This is my version of a Henry Bain sauce. And for those of you who don't know about Henry Bain sauce, it was initially used as a steak sauce for the Pendennis Club in Louisville, but it's got a lot of unique ingredients in it.
Definitely.
That has a very unique flavor profile. So I started making it in my 30s. Tell you how old I am. But for my friends and family and co-workers.
And like a gift or a giveaway.
And I would put it in just these little chili bottles.
Yeah.
And they would save the chili bottles and bring it back.
Hoping for a refill?
Yes, demanding a refill, actually.
That's what happens when it's something good. And so labor intensive.
Yes, and it's just a nice thing to have in the cabinet, in your cabinet, just in case somebody stops by. It's real easy, it's very versatile.
Yes, share with us some of your tips, because we were talking and Nancy has so many tips for shortcuts or how you can incorporate something that people might think of as just an accompaniment sauce. You really find ways to incorporate it in so many recipes.
Right, you can use it as a quick appetizer, like pouring over a block of cream cheese, or heating up some meatballs, frozen meatballs with
Excellent.
it, you know, or mixing it with cream cheese for a dip for veggies. It's
And
pretty
any
good.
good Kentuckian, any good Southerner has a block of cream cheese in the refrigerator.
Absolutely. If you don't tell anybody that. So,
little secret.
yeah. So then, as my flavor increased and I started marketing it, I retired from government.
Yes.
After so many years.
This is your
and
second career.
People said, oh, please take that to market. You know, we want to be able to buy it any time. So I did. I did a lot of research. It took me about 9 months to a year to really
It's a long
figure
process.
the ins and out. Yes, it's not just saying, oh yeah, let's go and make it in my kitchen.
Sure.
Well, there's a lot of regulation and oversight you have to do. So as I brought it to market, I thought, as I sold it, you know, the guy said, I want it hotter. So I thought, okay, I'm listening to my customer,
Yep.
right?
Give them
So
what they
I worked with my kitchen, and we put some oil of jalapeno in it.
Excellent.
So it's got a back end heat. So it's like people initially eat it and say, oh, it's not hot, and all of a sudden it
Hits them at the end.
as jalapeno does. So then I'm a Kentucky girl, and I know everything's better with bourbon.
Of course it
So
is.
I take that motto true to my heart, my product. So I made a bourbon version of it. So this is my
Perfect.
bluegrass bourbon sauce.
Okay, so this is the mother sauce, then we have the bourbon version, and then what I love is the racy and spicy,
Right.
how you've named that.
Right.
So sauces aside, now you've branched out to some other products. Let's talk about the mustard and
Okay.
the chutney.
Okay, let's talk about the chutney first. That was my
Perfect.
next product.
Okay.
This is a pineapple chutney that was a recipe of a friend of mine, and we sort of collaborated and said, okay, this is a really unique taste. We did market research on it, and there were only 2 other pineapple chutneys out. You see a lot of mango chutneys, a lot of different peach
Yes,
chutneys,
but not
this is
pineapple.
very different. We used flash frozen tidbits of pineapple and crushed. We cook it for 3 hours with 12 spices.
It smells like it has been cooked with spices.
Yes,
So what we're going to do, a quick little shortcut, is because we're going Viva la France today, a little bit of brie. I just cut it up, but you could do a whole wheel as well. Nancy actually had a great tip for even if you wanted to put it on a wheel of brie and wrap it up in puff pastry or even something like crescent dough. But there's something really nice about the sweetness and the sort of savory aspect of this chutney along with a creamy cheese.
We pack it hot and put a half a stick of cinnamon in it. So in every jar there's a half a stick of cinnamon, and that lets the cinnamon fuse throughout the pineapple.
So it just continues to develop its flavor.
So this is great. You can even use it on ice cream, pineapple upside down cake, a Hawaiian pizza, but you know, pineapple and pork are just married. Right?
Lots of possibilities.
Right, so lots of uses for that.
Okay, and then what's next? Should we talk?
Let's do the chocolate sauce.
Perfect.
As I said, I wanted to go from soup to nuts, and I wanted a bourbon ball. I'm a Kentucky girl again, so this is my bourbon chocolatier sauce.
Yum,
Dark
Nancy.
cocoa from West Africa and great bourbon from the state of Kentucky.
Delicious.
And so this is my liquid bourbon ball.
And this was one of your tips, was to stir it into hot beverages. So we're making a spin on an Irish coffee. We're making a Kentucky coffee today. Just into straight, plain brewed coffee, maybe a little bit of extra bourbon. I like a little bit of milk. And then you've got something that's just so much more special than
Absolutely.
just a regular
And you can
cup of
make
coffee.
adult beverages with this too.
Excellent.
Dealing with a little bit more bourbon, shaken with half and half, and cream de cocoa over ice. It's delightful after dinner.
Perfect.
Then I partnered with my colleague and good buddy.
Yes, our good buddy.
Yeah, Weta Michael,
Yes.
who is just restaurateur extraordinaire. And we decided we want to bring some of her delicious recipes to market. So we're sort of collaborating her recipe wonderfulness and sort of my experience. And so we partnered together, and we're producing for her and distributing the Wallace Station bourbon mustard.
Which is also delicious. I've used this before, and I'm going to use it today in a beautiful French croque monsieur, an open face sandwich. And I just think that it's so unique, all the different lines you have. You've been Kentucky Proud since day one, since you started in 2003.
Right.
And will you just quickly give people at home or anybody who might be interested in doing something similar? I know people reach out to you with ideas all the time, and you help them develop and get their product to market. But what about somebody starting where you did? Wanting to do the same
my
thing.
best piece of initial advice is there's a book out called From Kitchen to Market.
Okay.
And that was sort of my Bible, if you will, in reading about all the different aspects you need to consider as you develop a product to taking it from your kitchen to market. There's a whole lot between here and there.
Well, you've gotten to the there. I'm so glad you're here to join us. Thank you for bringing everything, and don't go away, because when we get back, I'm going to be cooking with all of these good sauces. We'll store them in our kitchen and use them just as we always have. And thank you again for being here.
My pleasure, Ruth.
Make sure everybody to keep your eyes out for Ward's Specialty Sauces.
Kentucky Specialties, right?
Kentucky Specialties.
All right, great.
Thanks.
Thank you.